Greetings, Pisces. Welcome to your Mars in Virgo reading. Finally, things are feeling right. It's been shaky, bumpy. And now the Four of Swords, you have peace of mind. Things feel right in love and business, in your life as a whole. You just feel like you're finally making the right decisions, or at least the decisions that either people can really relate to, or you're moving in a way that feels harmonious with the world around you, but also the life that you feel that you should be living, right? Before, you felt like you were striving, working so damn hard just for people to treat you like this weird option. And now that energy flips, and you are swimming in whatever you want. Yeah, which, as great as it is, can feel like your world has flipped upside down and even make you feel overwhelmed, because it's like, oh, now everybody loves me again, or you're just making some drastic changes through some confusion here and coming back either to some new relationships or previous relationships, and it feels right, but it has been a lot of change. The Tower and the Seven of Cups can keep you up in the air. It can keep you from really sitting with the fact that things are getting better. It can keep you in this place where you feel like you're supposed to stay lost because that's where you were, but you shouldn't. You shouldn't. Just because you can see everything doesn't mean that you have to still be how things were at all. You can soak in this progress, yes, but really it's just you kind of coming back into the things that you've really kind of always had, but now they just have taken on a new form, and they, now you are able to accept the uniqueness of your experience in a way that connects you to people, versus, again, giving this really, either giving a really weird vibe or just completely being just out of the loop on everything. So Mars in Virgo is sweet because you do deserve this peace. You deserve to not be in this unbalanced place. So your balance, and Cancer season also helps you with feeling really confident and feeling really sweet. And you do have Leo season coming and starting on July 21st, and you are going to need to pull back. And to be honest, I would recommend starting that process now, because you don't want to be on this high horse vibe and then get like rocked when the sun moves into Leo on July 21st. You want to receive the fact that things have gotten so much better and be super grateful for it, to the point where you actually start to pull back a bit from the world, and before they pull back from you, kind of thing. Or this could look like you really do need to focus in on your health, or there's a lot of work coming in, and it has a lot to do with connecting with other people, and you need your energy to be in a good place, but also you need to be selective, because you don't want everything. Not all of these people coming in are good for business, so you need to be on your P's and Q's, and it's hard to do that if you are too just too on your high horse. So I would recommend starting now, even though the sun moves into Leo on July 21st. I would try to start to pull back a bit on this. It could even feel like flaunting of your abundance, but not for some of you. Again, it's not in an obnoxious way, but on the 21st, it becomes more about everyone's ego, and it's easy for you to become the butt of jokes. So don't leave yourself open to that. Just because things are good right now, that doesn't mean that that doesn't mean that it's always going to everything's always going to move in your favor. And I think that's a really good, humble way to think, but also to be strategic. Strategic in love and in business and in everything. So let's talk about love. Right now, while Mars is in Virgo in your seventh house, it kind of feels like you can do no wrong, even if you do wrong, which is quite helpful. But I would enjoy the relationships that you've always deserved to have in your sphere, while being really responsible to what it means to be in these relationships, because things can feel so abundant right now. But again, when the energy shifts, it really shifts. So if you can remain grounded in your commitment to these people, but also make sure that this person is truly happy with the decisions, the way that you're approaching things, because you're in a commitment. You do owe it to them, even if it feels like they're criticizing you. You do owe it to them to have these conversations with them about the decisions that you want to make, because it affects them. But overall, again, you've got your seventh activated. You are investing in yourself, and it makes you physically attractive. It makes your energy attractive. Your success is making you attractive. The types of relationships that you're attracting makes you attractive. So it's all really, really, really good. And it is a really great opportunity to clean up what has been so bad in your relationship and make things actually quite abundant, because it's quite simple to do so. And you don't have to worry about people taking you for granted. I'm not saying that it doesn't hurt a bit, but I think right now there is an immense amount of other options that you should remain consumed there. You should move past those situations and those people quickly, because you could spend so much time focused on those people who, again, take you for granted. They don't want you for whatever reason. They're not interested in you. They're rejecting you for whatever reason. And it's something that you can't see. And it's something that maybe they do want to tell you. Either way, you see it, and you should just do something about it for you, versus just looping about the fact that they don't like you again for whatever the reasoning is, whatever it is that you do or you don't do, or whatever. The feelings about that can be all consuming. But if you remain excited about, again, the insane amount of potential connections that you could attract, the people that you could date, the friends that you can make, love can come in so quickly to the point where you're like, I actually need space from this. This is great, but I actually don't want or need to be so wrapped up in this. I actually just want it. I just want to have it and make sure that it works, but I don't want it to be like this thing that I'm always like, running towards. And maybe that's where I've been. And I realize now that I don't need to do that. I'm past that. I can be in love and live my life. This person can love me and live their life. We don't have to live this fairy tale thing that we've been sold. It's just not the reality of how I really feel, or probably how they really feel either, which is perfect. Like, it's fine. We're creating our own structure here together. Let's talk about money. Mars in your 7th house is great for money, especially if you need to quickly stack up some cash through the really valuable partnerships that you have, or through the relationships that you can attract, because you just have an energy about you now that is very relatable. So while Mars is in your 7th house, you do want to lean into those connections. You do want to open up your client book, so that people can come in because they are solid. They are ready to pay cash money. And for many of you, you could actually secure some really great long-term financial commitments, contracts. Yeah, look at that, with people. It's great. It's exciting. It's fun. This is money that, will be here for the long term. Just be very intentional with what you want to commit to. I think I said this in the Aquarius reading, but you don't want to inherit really bad. You don't want to make a bad investment. You don't want to spend more than you have, right? You actually want to make sure there's an ROI in whatever it is that you're doing, even if what you're doing is just opening you up again to other relationships. Maybe there's not necessarily a financial piece of things just yet. Maybe there is a more long-term vision at play here. But that Scorpio card for me is with the 5 of Pentacles next to it. That's a loud warning that some people, especially a Scorpio, will drain you. They'll drain you of your resources. You'll make a commitment that will actually turn out to be really, really bad, or really, really unhealthy. And it's just not a direction that you want to go in. Or this could be a past connection to a Scorpio that you're even, you're still trying to move past or get away from in order to, get back to this abundant place in your finances. Either way, it feels like, let's move away from this Scorpio energy and let's do everything out in the light. That's the best way to put your skills on blast, but also protect you and protect everyone involved. And keep it focused on the work. Yeah. Somehow those are really fast love and financial conversations. So let's talk about healing. Let's talk about things that you may need to heal from during this time, situations that you need to heal from. Doubting your success, leaving behind what success meant to you before, and really just grabbing this opportunity, taking the reins and going wherever it is you want to go with it, wherever you want to go with it. But also bringing people. People are a major part of this time and this transit for you. And I tell you, people have been staying away, or they haven't been able to connect with you because, again, the energy's just been off, or you've been closed off, or for some reason people felt like they couldn't reach you. Probably has a lot to do with Saturn in Pisces. When Saturn was in Pisces, kind of, creating this distance between you and people and opportunities. But now, if you can move forward, you can grow past all this time that you spent not in partnership, not in healthy partnership. You can really just let that experience be a chapter in a book, especially if you can be really, really mature about the opportunities, whether they be love or money. If you can be very, very mature about the opportunities, and I mean very mature, because people will say crazy things and they'll act in crazy ways that you just can't even believe, and they would love to trigger you into this immature place, but don't. You have learned in a way that separates you from those experiences, and you should, keep reminding yourself of that. Sure, you can remind other people. It's just going to make them want to create more conflict because they can't believe that you're not letting things get to you like it once was. And oopsie, sorry. You know, but that doesn't have anything to do with you. They can hold on to that version of you as long as they want. You are maturing into the opportunities. And again, that separates you from the pact, and it separates you from what things have been. And you don't owe anything to those past situations. You actually really don't. You actually owe it to yourself to really protect your heart as you move forward, for all the reasons that you didn't in the past. You deserve to move as slowly as you would like, and be as grounded as you would like, and bring even more healing to the situations that you feel have been so hard for you. You could make things really easy for you. You can actually be the generous one who actually has all the resources and can help people. And the truth is, a lot of people have experienced similar things that you've experienced. And you know how it is. Once you start really telling people what's really going on, the whole world comes, because they're like, oh man, yeah, I experienced that too. I experienced that too. So all of that time that you've spent away from the people that are deeply connected to whatever it is you have going on in your life, professionally, relationally, it means something really beautiful now. And it's really easy to get so much love from so many people. To really make that period not non-existent, but it can be a real closure of that period of your life that you were going through. And I think you should let it be, an end point. to where now you'll truly allow yourself to experience this abundance in your life and live from this place consistently. Cool. With people who love you, who like you, who vibe with you, who need you, who want to help you. Who are just fire energy. It's good. I like this for you, Pisces. I am sending you so much love for the rest of this Mars in Virgo transit. And I will see you in our next transit reading. In the meantime, you can schedule private and birth chart readings with me through the link in the description. Bye, Pisces.